Hello and welcome back. This is the Crouching Aussie, playing some more Stellaris. This is part 4. Scylla's still feeding on the Great Reef. We discovered a dreadnought, automated dreadnought in the Azeroth. Wait, it's not Azeroth, it's Azeroth system. It's 2 A's in a row. Oh yes, and we found plant people over here, and probably necroids over here. And yeah, we're speeding for the Unima system to cut the plants off from this section of space, because I like being rude in that sense.
We grow ever stronger.
Build the mining, build observation. Oh, we've got a science ship. Oh yes, his orders got cancelled when he encountered the dreadnought. Survey up in that direction. The burning.
First contact missions will present options for how we wish to.
Yes, I want you to start excavating that archaeological site. The Delta aliens appear eager to establish communications with us, having sent large audio and visual transmissions that appear to offer the key to translating their language. Our experts are confident they will be able to use this to learn how to communicate soon. Of course, we will have to trust them, but their offered translations are not misleading, and that we will be able to reliably interpret the info. First contact proceeds. So these are the necroids, because they're the Delta aliens, and they appear receptive and eager to have peaceful communications. Nice. Game's paused, that would explain why nothing's happening. Actually, I built a starbase here to collect that trade value from
Our
Stellairs
lookouts have detected an anomaly.
and the Polygar system. The delight of the unknown. As we begin to pick up more and more visual images from the Delta aliens, it's inevitable that these would eventually be leaked to the wider public. Their appearance has proven delightful to the public. They are now impatient to make a closer acquaintance with the aliens. Alien appreciation, more likely to get Zetaphile pops for 10 years. Okay. For those of you unfamiliar with Stellaris, trade value, which is this symbol here, is essentially an abstract representation of all the luxury goods in your empire. It's mainly generated by planets. For example, our capital world is generating 45 trade value, and Charybdis, our first colony, is generating 6.37. And trade value flows towards your capital, where your trade policy turns the trade value into a resource. So at the moment we've only got wealth creation. Every trade value that gets to the capital gets turned into energy credits. And trade value is collected not by having the trade value within your space, but by having it collected by a space station. So for example, our starting space station has a trade hub, collection range 1. So the default collection range is the system of Reef's Beacon. Collection range +1 means it also collects trade value from Yilon, Ruchbar, and Itraben automatically. So it's also getting that 3 trade value from here. So if I build a starport
station
in the Landian system, like I just ordered, and I build a collection hub, it will collect the trade value from Condera and Polygar, and then it will send the trade value from Landine through the Polygar system through Itraben to Reef's Beacon. This can generate piracy, and to combat piracy you either have ships patrol or you build defensive modules on space stations. Talk about it more once there's more trade going on.
A system has been charted.
Let's keep checking out this direction, because we might get cut off from it when we meet the planet people. Or make contact with the planet people, I should say.
We grow ever stronger.
Argon. Okay. Next we're going to... Do we
A
put...
new port to call home.
I think for now we'll send him down this way.
Space charts updated. We grow ever stronger.
There's some... That Rigel system's actually pretty good. First contact. Communications established. Our efforts to decipher the signals picked up from the Delta aliens have paid off, and we've made a breakthrough. While our mastery of their language may not be complete, we have managed to open diplomatic channels with the civilization we now know to be the Azanti Company. Gain 63 influence. Ends the first contact procedure with the Azanti. Gain 20 intel on the Azanti.
We are being contacted by aliens.
So, greetings! I speak for Chief Executive Officer Huit Ilu Aquatic. Aquatic, maybe? And the wealthy elite of the Azanti Company. We are always looking for new trading partners among the many diverse and delightful alien nations we encounter as we explore the galaxy. So they're Megacorp. They hold an election every 20 years to select a new CEO. So, Megacorp in the sense of they're not a nation, they're a company who is as big as a nation. And the company runs everything, not a government. They're egalitarians, xenophile, spiritualists. Oh, they're friendly, we might try to make peace with them. I mean, we will make peace with them initially, we might switch diplomatic stance later. Praise the divine, praise Scylla for this meeting. We shall seek friendly relations. Gain 30 opinion of us. So, here they are. They spawned up here.
Our intel level with this.
So, they probably won't expand too much. Megacorps are more about building tall and building wide. And one of the reasons why I'm leaning towards having peaceful relations with us is megacorporations build branch offices on the planets of other species. And those branch offices benefit them, but they also benefit the owner of the planet. So I'm completely happy for them to be building branch offices in my space. The one exception being criminal syndicates, which is a type of megacorporation. Criminal syndicates cause negative modifiers on other people's planets, because it's not like they're opening an Apple store, they're setting up a front for their mob or their criminal empire. So since I want some of their branch officers in my space, I'm going to form a non-aggression pact. It'll cost us a bit of influence to maintain, but we'll start getting opinions and trust up.
They wish to speak with us.
Oh, and they want an embassy. Mutual embassies. We aim to establish an embassy on the Great Wraith. Yeah. Go away. So, for those of you who haven't played Stellairs in the past DLC or two, Intel determines how much we actually know about them in terms of the government, the location of their planets, the location of their fleets, what systems are included in their space, and infiltration level determines how good we are at spying on them.
The espionage tab shows how our envoys...
And this is here, it's like Empire Sprawl you can use to judge how big the empire is, how many colonized planets, how many people they have, and diplomatic weight normally comes from... Oh, they finished diplomacy traditions. Interesting. They might ask to form a federation with me, because to form a federation only one person needs the tradition complete. I was about to say, diplomatic weight. When it comes to things like the Galactic Council and the Galactic Republic and certain trade agreements, diplomatic weight is how much, well, weight you can throw around in those discussions and how serious people take you. Yeah, so we're just going to remain friends with them. The plant people, we're progressing. Oh, they're actually hostile. They're taking a hostile stance against us.
Technology secured.
We might be fighting the plant people. Last episode I thought it was going to be the other way around, but we might be
Grow
fighting the plant
ever
people.
stronger.
Because of that, we're going to get better Corvette hulls. Oh, we found dark matter. Nice. Where did we find dark matter? In the
A
Stratal
system has been charted. Intellectual booty.
Yep, we'll start building up that way. So those yellow 2s means there's space stations around it, so they've claimed the Bartium system, obviously. Pop growth. Fleet command limit could be good. Fleet command limit determines how big your fleets can be. Naval capacity is probably more important at the moment because we can only field 20 ships. You can go over your naval capacity limit, but the more you go over, the larger the penalty is. We'll build an agriculture district on this planet just to help feed itself.
Space charts
We've
updated.
got traditions. We'll take courier network to reduce our empire sprawl.
Space charts updated.
Yep, this is done. So trade hub for the collection range, and we'll build a hangar bay. So protection range determines how many systems it protects, and the trade protection determines how much trade value it protects. So for example, this will increase its range by 1, so it will protect its own system, and then those 2 systems for trade flowing through it. And as long as the value is below 10, it won't generate piracy. Actually, no. Not only will it not generate piracy, but if there are pirates in that system, it will protect at least 10 trade value from being stolen. No, we're not going to build any of those. Okay. These is down here. Okay. In the Nemean system. We've discovered what appears to be a naturally occurring subspace phenomenon on the edge of the Nemean system. A rift in the very fabric of space-time has formed here, creating a wormhole which we can travel through. If it could somehow be stabilized. Depending on where the second wormhole is located, this could potentially allow ships to travel from one end of the galaxy to the other in a matter of days. Fortunately, this wormhole, like the vast majority of its kind, is unstable. Any vessel foolish enough to pass through would be ripped apart. Well, unknown signal. A weak but insistent signal transmits on a repeat in the system. The YIS has pinpointed its source to be within the wormhole. What could be on the other side? Perhaps we shall find out. Okay, so no event we could do right now, we just need the wormhole stabilization. Are people really like other species apparently? Because we keep getting the xenophile event. Yeah, so we've got more intel, for example. We've gained some intel over time from the embassies and the non-aggression pact. So we now know they have 4 planets, and we can see where they are. Survey, survey, survey.
We grow ever stronger.
Build a power station there. And build a space station there. Unsurprisingly, they've built an outpost in this system.
Space charts
I'm just going to
updated.
make this fleet a bit bigger. I'm gonna make it a full 2020 fleet.
Space charts updated.
If I can't afford all that, we'll put another 2 corvettes in there, I think.
Intellectual booty.
Yes, has been surveyed.
Space charts
Check out that
updated.
direction. We'll start surveying up here now, I think. Oh, and since we may or may not be fighting the fish people, we're the fish people. Since we may or may not be fighting the plant people, we get improved shield tech, even though it's a bit expensive.
We grow ever stronger.
Can we get a defense pack? Don't have good enough relations yet.
We grow ever stronger.
We've discovered exotic gases. We've got a construction ship down here. Yep. Claim that system. At the very heart of the form. I should have read the first bit. I believe if we keep digging, we can read them both. Okay, target from orbit. An artificial construct thousands of kilometers across is readily visible from Unamar 4's orbit. Shape seems to indicate a location of importance in the middle of it. Sensory readings from orbit indicate nothing out of the ordinary, so closer inspection is warranted. At the very heart of the formation lies an overgrown processional entrance leading deep underground, choked with vegetation and half buried in rubble from some tectonic shift ages past. The going is very hard and clearing the passageway will be quite an undertaking. Right, how does us on other planets work? I mean, I get how it works on ocean worlds because we just go in the water, but are we amphibious and so we're fine on the surface, or do we have like these giant robotic, essentially giant walking fish tanks that we sit in and move around? Paradox, answer this question. The truth must be known. Oh, the Battlecon system. There's some good systems over here. Yep, 64 influence.
We are being contacted by aliens.
Ooh, hegemonic imperialists. We will fight for our right to exist. We don't trust these people. We're not going aggressive opening, but we're not going positive either. We will start some espionage work, actually. Quick, fish person, be secret, don't get noticed.
A system has been charted.
Don't want to build any buildings there. Feral behavior.
Space charts updated.
Okay. Reports from my colony on Kraken claims that there have been an increase in feral behavior. Apparently parts of the population have expressed hitherto unprecedented levels of lust and aggression, and no one knows why. Carry on. Loud minority added, some more crime, decreased happiness, more pop growth. So are they just doing it in the streets then? That's what it sounds like. Ooh. Archaeological site there.
We grow ever stronger.
Rowdy bunch. The feral behavior on Kraken shows no sign of stopping anytime soon. In fact, it has risen since the last report. Is there anything I can... The governor's a substance abuser. Do I have to build a precinct house? I guess. Discovered volatile motes.
Ledger of situations amended.
The situation on Kraken has spiraled out of control. A staggering number of inhabitants are now infected with whatever is causing the feral divulge. The colony has started to break down. Something needs to be done or Kraken will be
Ledger of
lost.
situations amended.
Okay. I take that means we don't actually need to build the precinct houses, but we do need to figure out what's happening. 500 months of society research. Not 500 months, 7 months. We need 500 units of society research total. Actually, we're going to colonize this relic world, I think. That's what we're going to do. The Vega system. Does that mean Earth is nearby? Yes, the Sol system's normally near Vega.
Our lookouts have detected an anomaly.
I mean, it'd be great if we can sneak the away Scylla system. It's always nice to have archaeological sites. Oh yes, our archaeological team was heading down into the surface of the planet, or below the surface of the planet. The amber puzzle box. Once past the collapsed entrance, a tunnel bores deep into the earth. Architecturally flawless despite its age, kilometers down, it opens into a massive, perfectly spherical chamber. Floating in a suspension field at the very center is an inscrutable alien device, a semi-opaque amber-tinted cube with intricate alien patterns inscribed on all 6 sides. Touching the inscriptions cause rhythmic pulses of light to be emitted from the cube. There is no trace of any known language, code, or mathematical equation in the chamber, or on the puzzle box itself. But it's fairly safe to assume that the box is a riddle of some kind. Keep digging! Oh, can we just take a moment to appreciate that our chief archaeologist, first name is Mad? He's a mad archaeologist. Oh, it's beautiful.
Project done. Not so special now, was it?
Okay, this is what's been happening on Kraken. The investigation of the strange and wild behaviour besetting Kraken has been completed. In the vast network of cave tunnels that permeates the planet's crust, an enigmatic fungus has been found. It grows all over the caves, floor, walls, ceiling, stretches out for thousands of miles. The fungus frequently releases spores that are vented out of the cave for what purpose has not been established, but we know for certain that it causes primitive behaviour in a species, releasing primal urges within. We can try to find a useful application of this phenomenon, or we can exterminate fungus altogether. Live or let die. I haven't seen this event. I'm not sure if this is one of the new ones in the Aquatic pack. Feral behaviour. Live or let die. You know what? Let's live. Live with the mushrooms.
Ledger of situations amended.
Utilize the cave mushrooms. More society
Space
research.
charts updated.
Oh, the Mara system. That is an amazing system. Lots of resources. The auto alloys. That's 1 energy credit per alloy. Base. That's really good. They're about to take this system, aren't they? Unsurprising.
A system has been charted.
Build mining stations here and go up. We got to colonize this planet. I will look at that encounter in a moment.
We grow ever stronger.
Why is the game running? Pause. Okay, let's see if we can find another sea monster. Oh, yeah, let's call this Siren, because this is probably where the Rubricator is, and it's probably going to hurt us in the long run. So, in the Wexella system. But we've left the system, so we don't know what's actually there. Ooh! Commercial pack from the Azanti company. Ever feel like your life is all about the have-tos and never about the want-tos, Scylla's children? Here at Azanti Company, we live for doing the things you don't want to do, so you don't have to. Enter a commercial pact with us and maximize the meaningfulness of your existence. Form a commercial pact with the Azanti Company. This will increase the value of both Empire's trade networks. We'll get about 6.5 credits per month, and they'll get 7.8 per month as long as the deal is active. Not surprising, megacorps normally get more out of commercial packs than non-megacorps do. Oh, this is the ship we found. Oh, another Empire from the looks of it.
Project done. Not so special now, was it?
Let's build mining stations here and go up and claim that system. Cloud and Strife. Oh, this is on Kraken. Okay. Industrial facilities have been built over the outlets for the fungus-infested cave systems. Apart from filtering and regulating the spread of the spores, these plants can also convert any excess spores into exotic gases. The population growth is increased as the somewhat randy inhabitants of Kraken satisfy their urges more frequently. Is that a polite way of saying they're more down to party? Which unfortunately also means that the level of violence and conflict is somewhat high on Kraken. Add spore vents to Kraken. Gas plant engineer job is +2. +1 gas plant engineer job every 20 pops. The lesser evil modifier. Happiness -5%. Pop growth speed +20. But not a crime increase. Good. I'm actually fine with that. Oh, some devastation from the partying.
They wish to speak with us.
First, let's take this one because we're about to colonize a new planet. Azanti Company. We have much to learn from each other. We propose a research agreement. Both empires gain a bonus when researching techs discovered by the other empire. At the moment, they have 9 techs we don't know, and we have 10 techs they don't know. It's about equal. This is ongoing, so for example, if I research something tomorrow that we don't know about, we will then get the modifier. Research agreements are almost always good. The only people you normally don't want to form them with are people you intend to fight later, because you don't want them researching your tech. We're probably going to stay friends with the Azanti for a while though, so let's form a research agreement. Out of curiosity, we can guarantee their independence, but we're probably not going to do that. Don't have enough intel to know why they won't form a defensive pact, but we're not friendly enough anyway.
We grow ever stronger.
Oh, that's something we can do. We will send one of our envoys to improve our relations. Try to get that up.
The
as soon
system
as we
has
can.
been charted.
Yep, survey that system before you're kicked out. And
One of
before
our
we forget,
envoys is now building a spy network within this empire.
wait, their capital world's a tomb world? Yeah, okay, so they must have taken one of the origins where you've been wiped out, or like you've had World War III and you've come out the other side. We'll close our borders.
Intellectual booty.
Improved corvette hulls. Let's get improved armor plating. Small satellite. Voltaire's satellite was found in orbit of Vega 2A. It has been set up to continuously repeat a message until its power source drained millions of years ago. We salvaged the transmitter array, but could only recover a small portion of the transmission. The main purpose of the satellite was apparently to preach the Voltairean philosophy to neighbouring civilizations. Its message speaks of the need to disconnect and to embrace true existence.
Ledger of situations amended.
Finish surveying the system and do the research project. Void spawn
Taking evasive action!
in the Bintu system. A creature of unthinkable size is fluttering clumsily from planet to planet, judging by its awkward proportions and movements. It is only a spawn. But it is horrifying to behold all the same. Strings of slime and black bile cling to its body, and sharp mandibles, spawn or not, it's a predator equipped to kill. I mean, it might be friends of Scylla, or it might be another species of Scylla, or it might be a monster, we don't know yet. It's just a baby. It's just a baby. We're used to seeing void large creatures. Cracked world. This is probably its egg. Or what's left of its egg. Yep, so you've run away. Go check out down there then.
A system has been charted.
Let's build a housing district. Or city district, I should say.
They wish to speak with us.
Oh, yes, defensive pact. Sure. This is a defensive alliance only. They won't join our offensive wars, but we will join each other's defensive wars automatically. Let's also offer a migration treaty. The Azanti people should not be prisoners in the company, neither should our own people. It costs us a bit more influence, but it will improve both our trusts, and it guarantees a minimum intel level of 30 because we've got people moving between the empires. It's harder to keep secrets from each other. One of the advantages of having migration treaties is you get their pops within your empire, and you can colonize with their pops then. For example, they are used to Alpine worlds, which is in a different category to our worlds, so they're good on Alpine, Arctic, and Tundra, as we can see here. Do we have any of those worlds to colonize? No, we don't, though. Okay, unfortunate. But for example, if we had an Alpine or an Arctic world, we could use their pops to colonize.
They wish to speak with us.
And we'd get the planet, of course, not them. Yes, the puzzle box archaeological chain. Although widely abstract, the patterns on the puzzle box's surface turned out to be stellar constellations. It was not immediately apparent because the viewpoint from which the constellations were depicted originates ominously from outside our own galaxy. Once that discovery has been made, unlocking the box was easy. It is in fact a map. Once the puzzle box was solved, it lit up to reveal a holographic display of a nearby star system, focusing on a particular location in the outer belt. Some observations of that point revealed an unusually dense cluster of rocky debris, some of it continental in size. Upon inspection, it turned out to be the remaining fragments of an entire planet that was destroyed many eons ago. Whatever was there, and whatever inspired the construction of this grand edifice pointing this way, is long gone. Unfortunate, 1,000 minerals. The site has been fully excavated. Not ready to excavate another site, so we'll just help explore.
We grow ever stronger.
Are they building a... No, they're surveying. I think we'll sneak in one more outpost. Let's clear some features. Farm money. Build some more city districts to get some more buildings
A system
in.
has been charted.
Oh, another archaeological site. Nice.
Intellectual booty.
Proof deflectors. Let's get basic combat rolls.
We grow ever stronger.
I think this is where we're going to call it expanding northwest. Let's start building. So, while it's tempting to build a station here to act as a defensive barrier, I won't, because they're friendly and they probably won't attack us. We're going to put it in the Burrs system to gather the trade value from these three systems and then later from Budokan. Upgrade. Means I should also look at putting another starport.
Finished.
I've entered Miriak, maybe Miriak, just to protect some of the trade value. Over that I'll send my corvettes to patrol. Artifact. Oh, I should have read the event, sorry. Survey up this way. Let's build a city district on Kraken.
A system has been charted.
Charbidis is almost ready to upgrade from a simple colony to a proper planet. It just needs one more pop. I think we're going to go Hollow Theatres for the amenities. And then the next building slot will probably be a administrative centre. We'll get the next buildings. Oh, Scylla was eating on our homeworld. Taking flight. After several years of gorging itself on the bountiful harvest of the Great Reef, the now considerably girthier Scylla has once again taken flight. With a final roar and salute, it lifted off, leaving behind a collection of scales, shed skin, and other byproducts, aka shit, of its presence. We shall study the remains. The dragon now once again roams the Reef's beacon system. Removes feeding dragon. Gain a bunch of research. Or we can burn them for fuel. 1,000 energy credits, 100 gas. I'm gonna take the research. And with Scylla taking flight, we are going to call the episode here. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, especially if you enjoyed the video. Helps the algorithm and all those fun things. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Goodbye.